Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome back to another edition of the Regional Review. My name is Enzo Amuele, the correspondent for Namibia Media Holdings in the Central North. Today is Chocolate Cake Day. Please do enjoy and stay tuned. Welcome back, viewers. And today, first up in our news, we visited Ocho Secondary School, where we spoke to a few learners that are on the school grounds that rewrote, and also some that had the opportunity to comment on the fact that their fellow classmates or fellow schoolmates rewrote their examinations. And this is what they have to say.
So my opinion on the grade 11s rewriting their exams is that it was a fair thing to do, because the kids that actually did copy the exam were doing an unfair thing, and the ones that didn't get the papers were being disadvantaged. So it's a fair thing to do, because like for the ones that didn't get the papers, they were even like when COVID came in Namibia, it affected also the educational sector, and most of the kids, when they came back, they didn't have ample time to finish with the syllabus, so they only did half of the syllabus. And even if the papers were not copied, it's like they would still not be able to answer them the way they were supposed to. So like the papers being copied is also like also an advantage, because the ones that didn't see, now like that we're rewriting the exams, the ones that didn't see have ample time to go study their books during the holiday. And for the ones that copy the exam, I mean, we have to play the game fair, so they also have to pull up their socks and redo the game and do it the fair way. So I feel like it was really fair to make the grade 11s rewrite the exam, because we have to play things fair, we have to do things fair. So yeah.
Good afternoon. I would like to say I go for both. Why? Because some learners did not do very well, and this was a very good opportunity for them to try their second level best or their first level best to try and get the desired mark that they wanted to pass. And I would also say that it was very bad for the others, because some did their best, because some were gonna finish their school this year. That's why they just wanted to do their level best, and then they just come to this. That's why their level of confidence came down. That's why they just went with the second best, and they did not achieve the first mark they got. That's what I think.
Good morning, my name is Diana Epute, the head girl of Ocho Secondary School. What I think about the grade 11s rewriting, my opinion is that it was good, and at the same time it was bad. Okay, let's start with the bad part. The bad part is that most learners, some of them were in a hostel, and parents bring their children in a hostel because of the situations that are at home. And the learners now, they had to study during the holiday. We don't know the situations why the learners were brought in a hostel in the first place. So studying at home might be that there might be problems, family problems, why the learners cannot study at home, or there might not be electricity and stuff like that. So I think those learners were disadvantaged. Well, the good bit is that, okay, fine, the learners that did not do good, they had a second chance to study and try their best, and like to put in all they can, because they were given a second chance. Every opportunity you have to take it, with both hands. So like I think those ones were advantaged. But for those who don't have good homes, or for those who don't have good facilities at home, for those who have a lot of chores, they have to be like maybe in the fields during the holiday to work and stuff like that, those learners were disadvantaged.
So my opinion on the grade 11s that rewrote the examination, I'm on both sides. For the ones that rewrote, I'm on both sides, because the ones that are having many chores at home, like they have to be on the field or they have to be at crowds and busy with livestock. So I think it was a challenge for them to rewrite because they had to study while they are busy with their chores, or maybe the family is a lot, they need to sustain the family. So I think it was just too much for them, it was too much pressure, putting time for studying and for doing home chores. And for the others as well, it's a bit of an advantage because they did the first time, they know the structure of the questions, they know how the examination went the first time. So when they came to that for the second time, I think it was an improvement because I think now they can improve compared to the first time when they wrote the exams. So it's a disadvantage and an advantage.
Well, it was clearly a fair and also an unfair thing to do, but then it was in the best of the education system of Namibia, and it was a very, very costly thing for the ministry, as it cost a lot of money to copy papers and transport, and also again to pay the teachers who are going to mark these question papers. But next up in our news, we also had an opportunity to visit informal settlements in Chivarongo, where we spoke to a few residents and asked them if food is affordable and what type of food they eat on a daily basis and how many times they go hungry. And this is what they have to say.
Hallo Namibia, mijn naam is Frans Lucas. Ik is security in Oswarongo. Ik eet net pap en tete, maar mijn pay gaan niet op niet en die kost bij de winkel is bijna duur. Toen is bijna duur. 2 keer in de maand, per jaar daar is niet kost niet. Dan ik moet die mensen vragen in de kost.
My name is Julius Rukundo. I want to say that nowadays food is very expensive in the shop and it's very difficult for us to afford even to buy something because normally we always buy fish and pap and the porridge. Really, I want to say that food is very expensive. At least they can try to do for us something better.
Magdalena Kavika Ngumbashi Hinuna, ik blij in nieuwe ombili, F nummer is 4070. My cell phone number is 081 20 78 153. En die kost is bijna duur. En ik was ons eet pap met melk. En hallo Namibia moet vir my siekie help want die kost is duur. Sommige tye ons gaan slaap sonder iets om te eet of ons eet net 1 keer per dag.
Food prices are increasing on a daily, and people in informal settlements who live below average, and they find it very difficult to afford food. Next up in our news bulletin, the Namibian police released a circular where it was alleged that a 27-year-old Namibian security guard was allegedly bringing money from Agra DIY store across the street to Agra main store on 17 January 2022, approximately 7:30 at Agra in Okahanja. He was attacked by 3 unknown male suspects. The guard wrestled with 3 men and was stabbed in the back with a knife in the process. It is also claimed that the second guard, a 49-year-old Namibian man armed with a pistol, fired 3 shots at the getaway car, wounding one of the robbers. The getaway vehicle was a silver Volkswagen hatchback with no number plates. They managed to flee the scene with approximately 524,726. And during further police investigations on the armed robbery cases in Okahanja, the one that took place at Okahanja shopping mall, and also the one also that took place at Agra in Okahanja. The one at Okahanja shopping mall was basically a gentleman who went with one of his employees to the shopping mall, and he was attacked at the shopping mall while he was getting out of the vehicle, and the suspect ran towards them and grabbed the bag containing sum of money. And in total, 9 suspects were arrested in the areas of Okahanja and Windhoek, and therefore the police has urged the residents and public to always be vigilant when depositing large amounts of money, and also urge the public to make use of other banking services such as online banking, not to put your life at risk. It is that time of the year where criminals are looking out to rob people of their valuables and also cash. So please do remain vigilant at all times. Next up in our news, an induction workshop was held at Ochivarongo for the newly elected regional and local authority councillors. Speaking at the event, the Deputy Minister of Urban and Rural Development, Natalia Kohosep, says that the workshop is to ensure that or is rather to lay a foundation for effective and efficient performance as the newly elected sworn-in councillors. The induction covered various critical areas pertaining to regional and land local government operations, administration and governance that are aiming at equipping them with the basic information and skills to be able to run the councils effectively. And
the financial statements, okay? And then the minister, in consultation with the Auditor General, adopted IPSAS to be used by regional councils and local authorities in the financial year 2018 and 19. IPSAS is now the prescribed reporting framework for local authorities and regional councils. IPSAS stands for International Public Sector Accounting Standards. Okay? So, just to give you some background, we were supposed to give the local authorities training on the IPSAS. But we had consultant.
Also, she added that in order for the councillors and the regional councillors and local authority councillors and the regional councillors to be effective and efficient, the governors are expected to keep abreast of developments in the regions. They are expected also to work closely with regional councils and extend a cordial professional working relation with local authorities to ensure coordination among all stakeholders who are operating and undertaking any activities in the region. The Deputy Minister also added that communities expect us to deliver the services with the public resources they entrusted in our care. These public resources include the infrastructures, funds, equipment, and the staff complement. It is expected of the regional and local authority councillors to deliver services and ensure the needs of everyone in the community are catered for without discrimination on the basis of political affiliation, tribe, religion, or social background. It is indeed a great workshop for all these regional and local authority councillors to ensure they get they have the sufficient knowledge and professionalism to handle things in the communities. And next up, we talk to Precious, who is a radio presenter at Oshi FM and also a national coordinator for AFS. She will let you in more.
Everyone, I am Precious Bahima Kauje, the National Coordinator for the Afro Science Foundation, which is the ASF of Namibia. And the ASF is a Pan-African research organization that is developing a module of studies for the science or for using science languages in indigenous languages of Africa. We are currently gradually establishing or established in 41 countries in Africa, and our aim is to include each and every country in Africa in our project. So we are going to do this just like other countries are doing it, countries like China, Russia, America, the developed countries I'm talking about. So by then, by the year 2027, we believe or we are striving that all the education system or the education system of Africa has moved to that is Afro science, whereby every subject or every country in Africa that has to do with science, that subject will be taught in the indigenous language of that community. So the Afro Science Foundation is also joining the rest of the world in celebrating the International Mother Language Day, and we'll be celebrating this day on the 21st of February 2022. So we'll also be looking at that is the special people based on now the language, okay, language heritage, and we are going to give them special awards. So we are going to present special awards to our people that are of the custodians of the African heritage. Besides that, I am a radio presenter at OGFM. It's a commercial radio station in Namibia, Ochivarongo, and for this radio station, I have a time slot or a show of my own in which I have a very significant program, as to say, whereby I have 3 segments, which includes the Kiddies Corner, the Youth Corner, and the Entrepreneurial Corner. Now, the Kiddies Corner involves everything to do with the kids, because I believe with children, we need time together, time not just at home, but on radio, time with other kids, whereby we are getting to learn from the other kids, because you know kids learn fast, all right? So that is what I basically do with the Kiddies Corner, and we've got nursery rhymes, all sorts of nursery rhymes, and we involve the kids just to also work on their self-confidence, and because it is self-confidence that takes you so far away in life, okay? And then for the Youth Corner, we also tackle the problems that are faced by the youth, and we give tips here and there. It is an amazing radio program. And then for the Entrepreneurial Corner, this is where we have our business people giving us hints as in how they have managed their businesses and how they've actually started, what motivated them. And we also give the community a chance to call in for free, okay? Just all you need is just that little airtime in your phone, and then you get to call and look for a job or give out that job to somebody. Basically, that should be precious, the young educator. Now, why we actually believe in teaching the science subjects in the indigenous languages is because of our strong feeling that children should be given all the orientation of the essence of that is our cultural heritage, more especially in the mother language. Now, you as a parent or a guardian out there should not forget the significance of mother tongue to the child, all right? This is the first language. This is why we also have a first language and second language at school. The importance of first language is it strengthens the second language. Whatever we do in the first language is translated into the second language, which is English, French, okay, be it wherever you are now. So if the child has got the strong roots or strong foundation laid at home with mother tongue, this child becomes more independent when they have to use a national language. And you know, with independence comes self-confidence, and with self-confidence comes no limitations. So we want to groom these ones and these little kids, and it is only going to be with your help as the parent or guardian to this little one.
That is indeed a great initiative there by Precious. Now, let's stay tuned for the weather update.
Patchy clouds and temperatures in the mid-30s are expected for Okahanya, Tsumeb and Grootfontein, while Otjiwarongo will enjoy somewhat cooler weather. Some cloud cover is forecast for Okakarara, along with temperatures in the mid-30s. All in all, very pleasant weather. Enjoy!
Well, viewers, we've come to the end of our program today. I hope to see you guys again next time, or hopefully a different place. But then, if you have anything newsworthy in the Central North, please do not hesitate to contact me at enzo@myzone.com.na. Please do send me an email, and then we can get in contact.